We move to this. The family of late South African ambassador to France, Nathi Mthethwa, says they expect the post-mortem results of his death tomorrow. It will allow them to proceed with the repatriation of his remains. Meanwhile, mourners continue to visit his KZN home. The diplomat is alleged to have taken his own life at a Paris hotel earlier this week. My colleague Silethiwe Ndlovu is in Gwambonambi and joins us live from the primary school where it all began for Mthethwa. Silethiwe, as we continue hearing tributes and people continuing to come to the Mthethwa home, what has happened or transpired during the course of today?
Well, we started off in the primary school where he attended, and that's Mbabe Primary School. But as you can see from behind me, and we do have the Buthelezi clan, which is currently being led by Inkosi, Prince Zuzifa Buthelezi, and we are going to have a conversation with them now. Of course, they have come here to pay their sincerest condolences. Let's have a listen to what he has to say to us this morning.
Good morning, Nome. Good morning to the viewers. I know I'm saying good morning, but there's nothing good about this morning. Really, we are here to just pass our condolences, although we were one family, of course, the Mthethwas and ourselves, because with us, as we all know as Africans, when you marry each other, then you become one family. So I'm here foremost for standing here as a member of the family with my brothers here who are siblings to Silethiwe, our sister, just to really come and pass our sympathies to the family, to the Mthethwa family. You know, someone passing away in Ngome is one thing we know, it's all our eventual destination. But the circumstances at times really make it very worse. It's like, and what even rubs salt into the wound even further is the whole speculation. And you mentioned closure. We can't have closure. You can't start to mourn and then eventually to heal, as for instance before you bury. So really our main mission here is that one. We were very, very excited watching Silethiwe growing up, really blossoming, and then eventually getting married to Nathi, and everybody was saying what an ideal couple. And also achievers in their own right, the two of them. My father, some people will recall, went down to Franschhoek when she got married. I missed that invitation. I didn't crack that one because he used to say that. But he went down there all the way, and they were dancing the night away, and he was so proud of them, calling Unathi Ndodana wami, my son, Thina simbiza ngosibari. So really, this is a loss to the family, to the neighbors here, Mthethwa, Kwabuthelezi, which is why this morning when I came with abanumzane, but Kwabuthelezi is Induna, representing the clan, because as I've pointed out earlier, it was one clan marrying to these two young people marrying and combining and linking up the two clans, but more particularly, I also like to extend, even for our family, direct sympathies and condolences to our brothers here who are siblings of Silethiwe, because they grew up in the same house. So in a nutshell, this is why we're here. But all we are wishing for, really, as two families, is if this whole thing of investigation can really be hastened so that you can do what we have to do as families, have closure, and then start healing. We can't do that right now because of all these things bouncing around in social media, in the media, everywhere about Nathi.
And you speak about healing. My next question is, have you had a conversation with Mrs. Mthethwa, and how is she doing at the moment? How is the family at this particular moment doing in France?
Very sadly, but understandably so, it's really not been possible to get hold of Utatwetu. But then, having said so, our brother, Dr. Sfiso Buthelezi, was there in the flesh. So whatever we're getting right now is from her, is from him. You can imagine how she's bombarded by calls while she has to deal with all these put pieces together. So I personally, and I know other Mashenge, have not managed to speak to her, but we are just pleased that Usfiso is there, and then we're getting whatever feedback from him. But as you say, how are we feeling now? We feel deeply hurt, deeply wounded. Really, it's very deep the pain that we are going through right now.
You are now left with memories. Usibariweni was a very interesting character, very quiet, sharp, intelligent, and very respectful. How would you remember him as Amashek?
I can start with those words, I mean, if I can borrow from you. But honestly, there are people you find that they can achieve anything, but at the end of the day, you look at the person and judge them as a human being. Because Nathi was really amazing. If you look at all that he had achieved, his humility was just overwhelming. And what he had achieved for the country, in all the roles that he played, I mean, being a minister in portfolios here, and now ending up representing the whole country in France as an ambassador at 58 years old, which is very young. I remember him really going to Sbar, and what is so sad is when we see some clips, which my brother here sent to me, on Saturday, 2 days before he passed, when he was doing Zulu dance, looking very, very happy. So it's a shock. We'll really remember him as somebody who brought something to us as the Buthelezis, and we don't have a doubt that our sister police brought also something, brought a lot to him as her husband.
We thank you very, very much. But I want to bring in the brother then of Silethiwe Buthelezi, and that's Kulegani Buthelezi. Of course, you are accompanying Inkosi, Prince Zuzifa Buthelezi today, but also just speak to us, how are you doing at this moment?
Thank you so much, and thanks to your viewers. It's, of course, a very sad day or week for us. We're trying to, try and put all the pieces together to try and understand what actually transpired, what happened in Paris. We're shattered as a family, and we obviously have been making contact with our sister and Dr. Buthelezi, our brother inside. We have been getting regular updates. I'm here with my younger brother as well, Zama Buthelezi. So it's a sad week for the nation, and we are really honored, I must say, to actually have the opportunity to accompany Inkosi yethu Buthelezi ngesiZulu kuthiwa uzobhodlela emswanini, sithi nje shenge nesizwe sonke samashenge. I think during these difficult times, it's when you actually need your family next to you, to be able to survive. So in that regard, I think everything that side it's coming along. They are making progress. At least we have managed to get a death certificate. I think what we're waiting for now from the French authorities is just to get the autopsy, and then they will be in a position then to actually hand over the body to us, and then you can start the process.
In terms of time frame, how long are we looking at before perhaps the autopsy is completed? Just maybe to explain in terms of time frame. Of course, there's a number of people that are quite concerned about the return of the late Ambassador Nathi Mthethwa.
Thank you so much. I think all things being equal, according to the authorities in France, they actually promised or made an undertaking that by Tuesday we should have the autopsy and the body. But we are really optimistic that by tomorrow, hopefully, like I said earlier, everything being equal, we're hoping that by tomorrow we should be able to get that autopsy, and then we start the proceedings to actually repatriate the body back to South Africa.
The circumstances surrounding his death are quite concerning. Just speak to us about your concerns. Of course, we know that there's 5 SAPS investigators that have now been sent to France. Does the family welcome that deployment?
Of course we do. We do. I think if you combine different skills to try and get to a certain outcome, in this case, obviously, it's going to be a report that actually gives us the facts of what actually transpired. So we actually appreciate and thank our government for that initiative. We understand that 5 investigators have actually traveled to to France. They'll be collaborating with the French authorities, with the investigators at site. So we hope, when you've got a team of different skills, diverse in nature, the outcome obviously will be what we expect. We just want the truth, nothing more, nothing less. Thank you.
And just the last one on my side, we've heard how he will be remembered, but just your words in terms of how you will remember him, of course.
Yeah, it's a sad one. I don't know if my brother here wants to have a word as well. It's obviously it's a brother. In English, you say brother-in-law. We don't have that ngesintu umfowethu. As always allowed that way to wangishela ibele ukuzogana la. So, we're not complete as a family when Nat was not there. Whether it's functions, whether it's when you're celebrating something, when we're even organizing, family functions, you'll have sessions before the function. You delegate responsibilities. You do that. You do this. He was always part of that, and he obviously loved the culture, Zulu culture. He loved to be happy. He loved, very intelligent as well as Inkosi. Yago has just alluded to, very sharp. So, it's not gonna be the same. And for my sister as well, we actually, like I said earlier, we had a meeting last night. Short one, basically trying to arrange to prepare for the funeral. So it's not going to be the same. That one I can say for sure.
Thank you very much for your time. Of course, we offer our condolences to the family once again. Thank you very much. This is the Buthelezi clan, as you can see, that had come to pay their condolences here to the Mthethwa family. They are led, as you saw from that conversation, by Inkosi Zuzifa, Inkosi Prince Zuzifa Buthelezi. And as we heard from that conversation, quite a remarkable man, and they are going to miss him dearly, Ndlovu.